The Keys of Enoch, the Book of Knowledge. 1-04. The keys of the living biophysical and astrophysical universe are the living light pyramids of life, existing within every structure, within every field of creation. Enoch is telling us that each level of evolution has a pyramid of light through which the human creation must pass on its way into the greater creation. If we are to go beyond our three-dimensional set of creation, we must go through our three-dimensional field of energy into the multi-dimensional fields of pyramidal light energy. Therefore, each pyramid of the light is energized with Yahweh, I, in the center of the pyramid. This is cosmological constant, which enables every realm of intelligence to be reprogrammed into a higher level of creation when they can go through their pyramidal energy field of creation. Thus, the pyramid, the eternal program of Yahweh, I, is there with you at all times, is working with every level of evolution. If you look at plutonium crystal under a field ion microscope, you see bubble formations which form pyramid shapes of light going from every stage of geometry all the way through the immediate field of the crystal. If you look at the blood crystals under electronic microscope, you can find the shape of the pyramidal fields in the crystal forms of blood. When you're seeing it, what you are seeing is the Merkaba, which connects the key pyramid so that the light can be used in unfolding the next stage of evolution. The key of Enoch is telling us that the biophysical relationship which exists in all life processes, the largest quasi-stellar formation, are eventually going to prove that the pyramid of light is the central geometric form for all biophysical and consciousness evolution. The pyramid shows that the universal mind is all present, not only in every molecule of star ionization, but in every vibration of the consciousness flow. Wherever you look, you are going to find that the consciousness flow is going to go into the universal constant. A close examination of the pyramidal units of hydrogen atoms will further reveal the geometry of a Star of David as a life-giving form. In consequence, the hydrogen atom holds the clue to the hydrogen matrix, which makes up the present spin orientation of our evolutionary network. Once again, astronomers will understand why the ancients saw the pyramid as the gateway to the stars and form through which star intelligence comes to serve human creation. Once again, man will understand how the geometries of the pyramid fuse space, time, and matter to form ideal focus for star energy transmission. Enoch explained how the Brotherhood of Light established pyramids on certain planets in the solar system in relationship to Saturn, the key to the planetary table and the density levels of other forms of intelligence operating within our solar system. These pyramids are built-in grid formations, are connected to the chronometers, which measure the vibratory levels of consciousness on a given planet in units of 1,000 units. They determine when the successive consciousness worlds can accept physical extraterrestrial guides, which nurture God's level 0 growth to God level 1 status, thus completing the pyramids of God level 1 status. This growth can occur many times using the same planetary sphere to evolve many species for existence in innumerable worlds. Pyramidal grids of information were established on Mars, for example, for use by artificial intelligence. They were built for the gathering of information deciphered from the magnetic lines of force, attuned with thinking, servo mechanisms, or computers existing in our solar system. These pyramids were established in grid formation so that the artificial intelligence of the vehicle through stimulated emissions of radiation could gather all information through short electromagnetic wave amplification. The master grids were established in units of 18. 9 are A line controls and 9 are B line controls connected with a non-planetary pyramid 5 formations, which is the central model for information processing. The pyramids are both 3-sided and 4-sided. The grids collect knowledge about the complete range of subsystems, biomes, ecosystems, geological and evolutionary information, knowledge of energy working through all manifestations of the physical form. For example, the grids measure energy as order and disorder transmitted through crystal structure and sunlight, and calculate all astronomic forces passing through the interplanetary crystalline network. The greater pyramids on Mars cover 10 times the area used by co-creators and established in the major pyramidal grid at Giza, and 5 times the area of the major pyramidal grid established in China during previous evolutionary cycles. Human intelligence must be initiated into pyramidal functions of light before they can be advanced into the next ordering of evolution. The next consciousness time cell. Man will then see he is co-citizen and co-participant of star kingdoms, which are part of a cosmic pyramid, which is surrounded by crystalline spheres separating this universe from other universes. We will then see that our human creation is part of the greater creation, which seeds its life codes by crystal invagination into cycles of star field creation. Before this can take place, the human evolution must be educated to understand the presence of Merkaba, which is the key to engendering a whole new star seed creation. Enoch showed me how the mystery of the pyramid and the Sphinx were directly revealed in the landing of the Merkaba as the manifestation of the wheel within the wheel, which I witnessed as it opened up and became one pulsating center of light, technology in the shape of a pyramid. The Sphinx symbolically represents the face of thinking spiritual intelligence, which can move in and out of our solar spectrum and show us how we can leave behind our solar evolution, the lion, and become one with the sons of light. These spiritual vehicles of light will once again come down into the communities of the righteous, which are in special grid areas of spiritual vibration throughout the world. These grids can contain this pyramidal light patterns that will receive the vehicle, which will come as a capstone of light, activating these centers of light consciousness. This is the process of transforming the human evolution to co-participate with higher evolution. This process of transformation is directed through the proper pyramidal frequencies of light and balanced by energies of the Shekinah universe. The Shekinah universe is the body of substratum, which allows the world to be transmuted into a higher world from its intricate parts. Thus, the Shekinah universe transforms the basic building blocks of intelligence out of the sea of the eternal to go into the presence of the Father. The Shekinah universe is the substratum for the universe of the Sun. The Sun universe contains and consists of programs of creation and evolution directed by the paradise suns, spanning different life combinations of intelligence from the gross materials to the pure light. The sun universes gather the collective manifestations of the gross material worlds that have been purified to be offered up to the Father. The Father universes consist of universes, each having a creator God who sustains the eternal unfolding of the divine thought forms. The Father's universe involved the celestial architecture for the location of the thrones and dominions. The seats of the government, these seats of government dispatched the commission of the paradise sons and the Elohim lords of light for the creation of the worlds in the lower heavens. And it is only by the order of the Father's universe through the magistrates who sit on the councils of the thrones and dominions that the fallen paradise sons and fallen angelic hierarchies can be redeemed. Enoch explained to me that as the universe expands through the celestial architecture, programmed intelligence takes the assignment of coming out of the higher networks of intelligence to work with the intelligence of a given population, one life system. Whereupon he showed me a picture of how the center of our galaxy unfolds through the opening up of spiral arms. A star field cool off with their Earth systems in between, and a higher evolution is able to program the intelligence into these newborn planets. Again, as the galaxy of population one life system is expanded, sun systems cool off, and the right chemical environment forms, and the star seed is planted. When the evolution reaches the next initiation point of its wavelength of light, new wavelengths of light can be projected through. Light can be projected through the process. Light can be projected through triangular coordinates. Through this process, the brotherhoods of the higher population two life systems continually perfect the programs of all interplanetary creations on this side. In order to put man into the building blocks of the pyramidal geometries, triangular coordinates, and pyramids of light, we have this key in the consciousness of light. Centropy is the electrification of matter, specifically in a material function, light being the highest amplification of centropy. In our mind, light functions by masers or microwave amplification by stimulated emissions of radiation. This is projected through the neurons, which are quantum mechanistic corpuscles of light working by means of photo amplification. All photons are in step. That is, they are reinforced in the same frequency, which modulates mental energies into physical energies. Now, essentially, this knowledge can be used to find the formula, which will explain how light creates quanta corpuscles of light in the brain, allowing the brain to work as it does like a computer. With this explanation, man can see how his consciousness mind receives continuous communication within the brain from all forms of consciousness relativity in our consciousness zone, which pulsate thought forms through a thinking light cell by photon amplification of light crystals. Enoch explained that the consciousness process is continually going on as a flow paradigm of consciousness light within our physical galactic system. And in order to break this matter energy construct, we must understand the following words of Enoch. dynamic properties of non-stationary sources which subordinate models of the thermodynamic system with negative temperature can exceed the concentration of radiated energy because of the inversion of electrons placed on various energetic levels, the wholes of which are oriented by the opposite phase. Such systems possess the potential of maser excitation, and they distinguish themselves by a nonlinear character, which is the creative spiraling of the energy, showing the dependence of the energy on entropy. The physical schema of the creation is one which centropy cradles entropy in that the much broader aspect of defining and relating matter and energy as parameters of a single EKA system. Entropy, then, a subset of centropy being a treatment of metagalactic ordering. Our EKA system is merely a system which embraces matter-energy interactions, which, for example, includes such consideration as chemical reaction, thermodynamics, and electron orbital transitions, among other factors, into the single function, which relates differences in only a single metagalactic substrate. Thus, centropy is the fundamental relationship which quantitatively catalogs all matter-energy interactions and interrelationships. Man must consider himself as part of a larger ionized field of intelligence, operating as part of these interrelationships. Yet, since he is more than a host to a linear unit of centropy as an energy potentiality for inverting centropy to zero, reaching a point of pure energy, he can break the matter energy construct through certain forms of mind expansion. And Eastern psychology, this mental light projection is known as the third stage of Buddha, light body enlightenment. In the Tibetan Book of the Dead, or Pharaoh, energy of the Parajana Paramita Sutra, these principles show that the universe is rebuilding itself as it is breaking down and is cataloged into new geometries for consciousness to continue in time cells of higher creation or lower creation. We can understand then that all functions of the electrification of the matter energy, as well as decay and the negative spins of energy, bring space, time, and matter through pyramids of light as the dimensions of energy conversion, whereby the mind reaches out to the luminaries. This process allows physical man to leave behind the laws of entropy and join in unity with other intelligence who exist in other fields, energy fields of creation, serving the light. And so in the Prajnaparamita Sutra, we have the mathematical star coding of how the Son of Man, the Son of human flesh, rises to the order of the stars to become the Son of the stars. This evolution from the physical body of creation to the higher intelligence involves a deeper understanding of life as multiple dimensional evolution, where individuality does not count, only the continuity of the human species. To this end, the physical body must be initiated into the light before it can be receive the over self body of light, which is true I am identity. This means that all 7 chakra centers must first be working in perfect harmony and completely aligned with the template of the light. The 8th chakra, the connecting link with the over self, working with the Christ body of light. And once man has gone beyond this psychological limitation of self and desires only to serve his fellow creation and Father, he has purified himself from the carnal predilections and manifested love sufficient to receive the outer garment of light. Here we have the picture of what the Lord of lights are trying to teach man through the Torah, or the collective revealed scriptures of the Yahweh Wahe for this age, and through this truth set forth in the pyramid hymns and the Bhagavad Gita and the Chinese and the Tibetan text alike. Through this assimilation, man becomes cosmic men. Through this assimilation, man becomes cosmic man who can freely participate in other forms of cosmic creation. The leadership of cosmic creation unfolds through the embodiment of the divine Adam Kadmon and manifestations as manifestations of Atman, Mahasmatman, Krishna, Sharkuman. Each one of these embodiments of divine light represents cosmological pyramid of the divine overself coming into conjunction with the human biopyramid in the physical universe. When the two pyramids of the light come together to form the Star of David, a new star universe of intelligence is born. Accordingly, the I am and the higher universe attaches itself to the I am of the lower universe through the Lords of Light, who bring this unification into one light harmony known as the House of David. This reading has been brought to you by Ruach Reformation Assemblies, Elder Tasanya.